Welcome everybody. Welcome back with y'all scary ass. Okay. welcome
Boogie,
back to
boogie.
Black. Welcome back to Black Horror and Humor. You know, we got the Pizza Rock Queen in the building. Miss Leah. Leah.
Leah, yes. I don't know how
But
I
she
got
was
that nickname.
but she was leaning not too long ago. And then we got the president of Stockings himself, Drizzy, Drizzy Drake in the
What's good?
building.
What's good, people? What's good, man?
You're not gonna be using that voice throughout this
We
movie.
in it. This is the
No.
voice we going with. So I ain't gonna do no creepy shit. See,
And guess
Sir.
what, everybody?
we
Guess
could
what,
do that
everybody?
one, but
Look,
I'm excited, y'all. What's good? What's up, people? What's up?
we watching a movie that can relate to a lot of Black people with anger issues. Okay. The title of this movie goes with a lot of Black people who grew up in Black families on a Black block, and that is Don't Knock Twice. You better not.
Well, you know, we're talking about Don't Knock Twice, man. Okay, this movie here, boom.
You just gonna take all of Baylor's intro? Baylor had a whole
Look,
intro going.
So look, Drake already seen it. All right, so no spoilers from him. Me and the Pizza Rock Queen has not seen it, so we will be pleasantly surprised. We will be jumping. I will say, I'm gonna give a little bit of advice when you're watching a scary movie on a Sunday night. Turn the lights on. Let's go. Hey, let me ask you a question, Drake. So we go over there to go save her, right? Who walked in the door first? Me and you.
You?
No, I'm not.
Like blood.
No, I'm
I'm
not.
telling you that right now. I'm gonna call. Like, hey, what she sound like? Put it this way: if we call and she don't answer, it's absolutely you. Like, man.
No, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I already played it out. I'm gonna convince us to split up, and then I'm just gonna go home.
No, that's not gonna work. I wouldn't go home.
Uh-uh.
I wouldn't go home. I wouldn't leave. But I would call. That's the time to call the police. I
Oh
can't call the
no,
police. I
that's a
wouldn't call
scary
the
movie
police.
in itself.
I'll call a social worker. How about that?
Social worker sleep.
Man,
I
you
might,
gotta
you
get.
know who I might call Mike, because Mike he probably sit down with the ghost and explain some stuff.
Man.
Y'all just gonna leave me out? Just like,
Man,
yeah, we gotta
here.
call somebody else to come get you.
I'm just being real. Like, if it's a ghost, we know it's a ghost. Like, absolutely no. Like, if it's this motherfucker, no spoilers. But if this motherfucker right here, shit. Like, let me tell you something. We go pray. That's what we're gonna do. I'm calling run.
Pray?
I'm calling
look,
run,
right,
and we go pray.
This. We're going to base this movie off of the scenario that I just came up with.
Okay.
So whoever is a part of this goddamn movie, that's who we're going to base how we're going to rescue her.
Okay.
Explain the movie to the people. The preface to it.
No,
The preface. Oh, what I'm talking. The preface to it.
I was gonna let you live.
No. It's okay. I'm used to you doing it. Go ahead. and your whole fam is as well. But go ahead.
I'm gonna say, well, the way Netflix explains it is just it's a recovering addict becomes her estranged daughter's only hope after the teen awakens a terrifying child-stealing witch from an urban legend. Of course.
Oh, so she on meth?
Okay, so let me help y'all. Let me help y'all. Okay. This woman, she used to be on drugs back in the day. She gave her child up, her daughter. Okay. Her daughter was in foster care. All right. Her daughter's going through some things in life. The mother kind of got back on her feet. The only person could help her out was her mother that gave her up in the first place. This happens, people.
Oh, so this is the white version of losing Isaiah?
Right. That's what I was going to say. Okay.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. But the daughter got in some trouble, fucking with the wrong people. So
it always happens like that.
Shit.
So yeah, man,
she's
it's crazy.
Witchcraft and math.
But see, y'all missing point.
Witchcraft and math.
Hey, two things I don't want any issues with, man. But those are two cultures that belongs to a certain demographic.
Oh, yeah,
Let me tell you that.
And myth,
you know,
I can't.
I used to work on Skid Row, so I ran into a couple of meth heads.
Were they in witchcraft as well?
No, I hope not. But the one white cat that did the most, his room looked like a murder scene, and he was the only one staying in there.
We got to talk about this shit.
I don't know what he did. We couldn't get in his room. We said, "How the hell you put this shit up against your door?" And he was in the bathroom butt naked.
Man,
I wasn't about to approach him because I heard about that super strength.
I ain't gonna ask. I've been curious, but I ain't gonna until you come on Everything Culture. I'm gonna ask you, what do you do? Because I'll be like, man, that right there is something different.
No, Baylor's stories be out of this world.
I love stories. I thought his story times be coming right back to back with mine. I'm like, I like this.
Yeah, Baylor got stories for years.
The scary thing about don't knock
what
twice.
You not gonna do?
Why you gotta do the voice, Jay? We've been talked about this as a group.
It's a British horror movie.
Yeah.
Oh
man, they're pretty good over there. I'm telling you, those foreign horror movies be on some other stuff.
You don't have to be this close.
I think I do. I think I do.
No, you don't though.
So we're gonna have Katie.
And you got the flashlight on your face.
How come my Dre beats work better in the evening time? This shit is scary.
Hold on, let me try this one. This one maybe. Yeah, this one is. I forgot I had a flashlight right here.
You got the Midnight Society flashlight.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had this one right here.
Baylor, get your people.
So we have Katie Sackhoff, Lucy Boynton, Richard Milan, with director Caradog James. And the runtime for this film is 1 hour and 33 minutes.
I'm really not liking this voice.
Ooh, that looks scary. That's scary.
No.
Okay. Is he peeping to the hole right now with you?
Oh, she's in a room with you, bro. It was nice meeting you, though.
Why is the house right there?
That's crazy. They haven't bulldozed it or anything.
You know what I mean?
That shit right next to the carpool lane.
How would she do that without making any noise? She's mine? Really? Nobody's going to say anything about that on the floor?
Look, she got to take that up with Brandy and Monica.
I feel like the mom is not letting on what she really knows.
So mom gotta
see. This pissed me off right here.
Secret.
Oh, this is the same night.
Okay, that's unrealistic. Okay,
right?
Because you know how that's a big house. You know how many doors they're gonna have to unscrew and take down the stairs. Nah. 2. Like you gotta burn them. That's what you have to do. You have to burn them. Okay. All right. 3. You didn't even pay. Did you consult the man of the house?
All that glass in your booty.
You took the words out my mouth, Leah. Like I said, all that glass in your cooch.
Fights.
You don't gotta make a grand interest. We know who you are.
Let's talk about it. Let's see. I have to get up. Alexa, turn on lights.
You just gonna lay like that for the rest of it?
Nah, I'm comfortable as shit, but let me get up. Oh man, that scared me.
Whoa, who that light was bright.
Oh, Alexa, turn on lights. Here we go.
Alyssa had to think about it. She don't really want to turn on lights for this dude.
Man, she better. Her eavesdropping ass.
All right, overall thoughts.
I like the plot twist. I did. It had a good underlying story, little turmoil between mother and daughter. 'Cause I've been pissed off about that shit. Mama was trying to do what's right to try to appease, like just basically leaving her daughter and going with someone that was bloody loaded, and but it's like, who can you really trust? So it come down to, it's kind of scary. Because how long had this chick been around her to set her up like this, and then turn her against her own daughter, flesh and blood, and it was a lot of jump scares. It's very creepy. Yeah, walking all around and shit. Like, it was like, I would give it a B, a solid B, but I had to give it a C because the black guy died first.
That's gonna be every movie. I don't know why
It's gonna be every movie. I'm just keeping it a buck with you.
Oh gosh.
And what, did you see any other black people in the movie?
No, I didn't expect to see any other black people. It said witchcraft. The only witchcraft movie that I can think of with black people in it is Skeleton Key. I know there's probably more, but that's probably the only one that I've seen.
East Bayou had witchcraft in it.
Oh yeah, East Bayou did too, but East Bayou wasn't really a horror movie.
Man, East Bayou was a horror
East Bayou was more like it was more of a story than just like a movie.
Yeah, and this one had a good story too.
You lied to me. You said that Dad did this. No, I went to Dad and he rejected me. Man, East Bayou was good.
They said, in the innocent, like, he wasn't completely innocent, but the innocent man still died.
Yeah, I already fed it to the snake, and I was like, oh.
See, my thing is, this could have been, it could be a part 2 to this,
Where
because technically she's not gonna die. She just have to pass. She either have to kill herself or give it to someone else.
Yeah.
So does that mean the mom has to go and help the demon find other bodies and feed the demon? Is she gonna feed her own daughter?
I think it could be a mother-daughter duo.
That's what I'm saying.
It could be a mother-daughter duo. But I just have like so many, like, why would you allow someone to give you a talisman?
Like, say,
as creepy as this person is.
Well, y'all didn't think she was creepy at first.
I did think the way she was staring her down during the sculpting, and then came up behind her and put the talisman around her neck. Didn't gift it to her, just put it on her. I'm like, hand it to me.
I wish I had more about their relationship. So is the old girl free to go now? She's about to go live her life?
Well, she doesn't know that it's her she just realized it was her at the end of it. But I guess she's going to have to track her down because now the husband's missing.
The husband is dead.
No, according to what she knows, according to what the mother knows, the husband is missing. And she doesn't know that. She knows that Tara set her up, but she doesn't know where her husband is.
Why did Tara need to kill the husband, though?
That's a good question. Loose ends?
That's because he just came back chilling, man. Like, what they killed? Like, honestly, they killed the black man, the black boy, and the men. They killed like all the men that in the movie. Yeah, you know what? This is C-. But the main people fucking up everything was the women.
Baylor, you sleep?
Did Baylor go
to sleep for real?
Man, that's crazy.
Baylor didn't go to sleep. He couldn't have gone to sleep, but I haven't heard from him in like 20 minutes.
Hey, I was just telling you, if I would be sitting up right, like I was getting comfy as hell. Trust me. So I can't say he wouldn't. So throw your, maybe he had to go make a quick run to the restroom or something. So what is your thesis of everything? What's your output?
Let's see. My take from the movie is I think it was a decent story plot. Like I think the storyline was really good. I like how it had the whodunit feel to it. but some things wasn't adding up all the way. Yeah. And so it's just like, but now getting to the end of the movie, that's why I was like, I hope, when I said I have questions, but I'll hold them to the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are the questions.
Yeah, because she just didn't add up. She just didn't add up. Like she popped up and like stared down the daughter, threw suspicion between the daughter and the mother immediately. Immediately had animosity toward the daughter. Yeah, and then up. Even though what they saw is exactly what they printed out, she was like throwing them off and telling them all this other stuff, like super creepy. Like how do you know that you need to clear this person's name? How do you even know the history of like what really happened? It just like
she played a good game initially.
She did a really good job, but while things were going on, like just her character just did not add up. But I thought it was
she was an instigator.
Yes.
And usually, sometimes in movies, the instigator, you could be, maybe she's so wise, she know better than all that. But she didn't come from a positive point of view.
The reason why I can't say that the reason why I can say that it was not wisdom, because these are very pointed things she would tell to the mother. Like, yes. They're very, very pointed. It's not like, let me open your mind, come find out this. Do this thing. She says very specifically, yes, very specifically, clear the name of the woman who killed herself. And it's just like, okay, clear the name. Okay, well, what's wrong with my daughter? No, she has a darkness around her. Like, she's already claimed.
Stay away from my baby, bitch. All that type of stuff.
It's very like it doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense. So that's why I'm just like, well. It's like it just her character, but now like seeing the end of the movie, see how everything comes together. I like how it unfolded. It did have really good jump scares. I think I'm going to give it a B-.
Okay.
Because it did keep me on edge. There was that scene in the right before she locked herself into the bedroom that looked like Adobe Photoshop.
Which one?
It was like right before she put the dresser behind the door.
I know what you're talking about. Oh, when the jump scare?
Yeah, they ran out of budget, and it was just like a black and white static shot right there. And so,
see, that's how I felt when the lady Mary, whatever, slit her throat. And when she fell down and she started changing face and she started melting, that's what I said. I said that was some claymation right there, like a motherfucker. Like that's why I was like, but you know what? I don't know how much money was spent on it, but like
they did for
what could how could that made it better to you? That's the question.
I think that what would have made it better is I see how they tried to show and hide their hand with the instigating character, Tara, whatever her name is. But I think that a better understanding of where, like, are they in the underworld? Are they in hell? Are they in like a bridge to hell? Like, where are they? A little bit more understanding of what that is. There wasn't like a real sense of urgency when the people were like instigating her or interrogating her
at the CPS office.
Yeah,
shit, I think so.
There wasn't a sense of urgency. It was just like it may have been real, like from your point of view, because you've been in that position.
That's very accurate.
For me, as a movie, it should have been. I felt like more dramatic.
Nah, because then it would like if that scene was like more dramatic than what it was, it would have pissed someone off. Like
no, it's the pacing. Just pick up the pacing because it was very, very slow. So I feel like if they would have picked up the pacing with that and had more of a back and forth, as opposed to her just looking at the pictures and saying, "Oh, this guy, it's him." That's how I felt. Like if they would have picked up the pacing in that scene, that would have been cool too.
I understand your perspective. Okay.
Baylor, are you still with us?
I'm there.
Did you fall asleep?
I did.
Man, I said, man, if he feel like anyway I was feeling a second ago, that boy's out of there, man.
I heard Baylor's voice is so long.
I'm like, man, that boy is KO, man.
So, of what you saw before the last part, what part do you remember? What part is the last part you remember?
I was actually in and out, so I was scared. And I was sleepy.
That is worse.
Long as you don't start with that situation, man. I don't want to bring it up.
What situation?
Man, the sleep, pee.
Oh no! Yeah, don't bring that up.
That's what I said. I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to say it.
Oh hell no! Because I've been up since 3:00 this morning.
No sir. Since I know we doing this, I make sure I take my naps early.
I couldn't. At a 6:30.
Yeah, you got a whole family at home.
They had got to sleep, but I had a 6:30 podcast, and then I never went to sleep after that, and then at a 1:00 podcast.
I know that, baby.
So, what did you think of the movie, of what you saw of it overall?
What would you rate it?
Did you see enough of it to rate it? Baylor, are you going to sleep again?
I pretty much saw I saw most of it. I was just going in and out. Like I had some slow blinks toward. He asked me how much did I see, and I was like, no, I've seen damn near all of it, but I was going in and out. But from what I seen, well, apparently it wasn't that scary. So I'm gonna have to give it like I don't know, about like a 5.7.
Okay,
5.7. Like it was very dark. The story.
Out of letter grade, what would you give it?
That shit was like it's right there, like a D+, C-.
Okay, I gave it a C-. What I think the movie could have done better overall is, I stated where the negatives came in for me first and foremost. Okay, if that had a little bit more, I don't know. It could have. Okay, I say this. I don't know if like they just wanted all the men to die, but that kind of bothered me. But I guess you've seen some movies, maybe all the women die. Hey, if I'm not trying to think of from that standpoint and outlook, but yeah, they could have done a better job in casting, I would say. I will say I need more diversity in my movies. I will say that. Then we got a backdoor with I'm not, the jump scares are there. It could get me there. Maybe like if they didn't have the mooing, like Baylor is alluding to. That was sometimes unnecessary, like the sounds. It could have been a lot more creepier with the score. Like if it sounded scarier, oh man, it would have messed me up. That's, I think, it could have helped out. Because they dabbled in the dreams, they dabbled in like it crawling out. I think they did I think they did a great job with the body type, that lanky shit. Man, people like that in real life scare me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This tall, lanky, skinny, I was like, nah, that shit creepy, man. But it's one of those things that I think they did a good job, maybe. And if they would have showed the little boy perhaps like without his head after she ate him, I think that would have fucked me up a little bit more too.
I don't think they have the budget for that.
I don't think so either. But hey, they work with what they had.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. I think the only thing it could have added to the story if they would have said, you know, the mother would have started drinking, but they kept her strong. The mother had a real breakdown, you know, and I think that would have, you know, she made a little joke like you got a cup at the end when they trying to drug test her. I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. You got the joke. He jokes. Yes, bitch, we got the piss. We know we're going to do a hair follicle. We're going to cut your shit out.
Don't Knock Twice. I would recommend it as a softball horror film for those who are not quite ready for the slasher, haunting, House on Haunted Hill kind of movie thrillers. They do have some good jump scares that get the blood flowing, but all in all, the jump scares keep you from paying attention too much to the storyline. So it has some really good twists at the end. So
yes,
I would recommend this movie.
I would recommend it as well.
You would? I would only recommend the end of the movie.
but
why? Because that's the only part you didn't see.
This coming from the sleepy man, though.
Yeah, but I was like I said, it was dark, and I was into it. But I think the combination of me being up since 3 a.m. and that shit was just dragging along. I'm like,
pacing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. The pacing is just they need to punch up the pacing. But I get that in some other horror films, foreign films, their pacing is not as fast as the Americanized films. So I get it. But if the pacing was punched up, I'd be okay with that. But
the bloody pace.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, if it had more diversity in the film, I would definitely, I would give it a B-.
You pushing for more black people to be in this shit, ain't you?
Man, somewhere.
Not just black people, like men.
Anyone. Man,
but I really thought the boy in the beginning was like irrelevant.
Oh no.
Yeah. He was just there just to show what is capable of happening. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Basically.
He the only one that really got truly messed up by her. That you said when the little white boy got eaten. Did any? And the witch herself, the married lady, the old lady, slit her throat.
Yeah.
Woof. Once again, dark film. C-. What we can build on is pacing.
No, there's no casting. There's no casting of spells. It's not real witchcraft, which is interesting that they.
Well, it's kind of because they got the talisman, they had the magic, and they had rituals. Because the rituals knocking twice, and they explain knocking twice on that certain door. Oh, and if you look at that door was.
But there's no casting, so there's not going to be any words that are like spoken throughout your house. Yeah, none of that. I actually got to watch Hocus Pocus. It's Halloween is coming up. On the Peter Road.
Made no sense.
That bothered me.
There's no sense, but better actually cast, a diverse cast, better pacing, and once again, I think if they add a little bit more, I think they had creepier music. Yeah, it could have been
it was scored a little bit better. Yeah. I
agree for sure. Those cries and moans was a little eerie.
There was a lot. Like I was just like, it started off with the girl's cry, and then it was the woman's cry, and it was just loud and ugly. But yeah.
Shout out to everyone checking us out, listening to us with black horror humor. We love doing this. Hope y'all enjoy us. We got something fresh and new for y'all next week. We got BTG once again, Bailey the Great, Leah, Take Up Space Pod, and me and myself, MistaD713 with Everything Culture. Thank you all, and
keep the lights on.
Keep the lights
on.
Turn
the water on.
Keep the mask on.